IDR is brought to you by AMS Staff Leasing, business solutions for the construction industry. And by United Specialties, home of the trendsetter. And by Moroso Performance Products, race-proven Moroso. Happy hour in Huntsville, Alabama. All the finals on the line, beginning with Pro Extreme Motorcycle, Jack Young, Cootie Thomas.
Cootie Thomas went to the finals, and Valdosta breaks right off the hit. Jack Young with the wheels still up near the finish line. 446 gets his first Iron Eagle.
I mean, with that many bikes running in the 430s like we saw, and side by side no less, even when you shut off in the final, I mean, they were on their feet cheering.
Yeah, I was a little afraid of driving it. I corrected it a little bit too far. I guess adrenaline got the best of me since I'm labeled Mr. Coffee now. So right. I guess it got the best of me, so I just thought it was best to cut it off so I didn't drive it over to the center line. I just didn't want to give it away in the final.
Next final on the line, Extreme 10.5 tire class, Mike Hill and Steve Gorman.
The headlights are on. That means only one thing. It's the 10.5-inch tire cars. Gorman looking for his first win. Not to be. Mike Hill gets 2 in a row, 440 at 168 miles per hour.
Like everybody else, you had to be pretty stunned to realize Gorman was only 0.02 of a second behind you in the final.
Oh, yeah, I seen his front end for a minute out front of me until we passed the 330 and we made a move then. I was kind of worried about it.
And now, burning out into your living room, one of the finalists in Pro Nitrous, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamie Hancock. His competitor will be Johnny Pilcher.
A couple of racers from Alabama, Jamie from Opelika, Johnny from Enterprise, and Johnny Pilcher. I spoke with him earlier, and I said, Johnny, what is it going to take to make history? You've got a chance to join Shannon the Iceman Jenkins as only the second driver ever to win consecutive events in the Pro Nitrous division. He said, I'm going to have to beat a 17-year-old kid that's awfully hungry, Ted.
A final purge of the nitrous there for Jamie Hancock. I remember the old Pilcher and Pilcher modified production car. He's come a long way.
Yes, he has. Green light start for both cars. Oh, it's a pedal fest, Ted. It's a pedal fest, and Pilcher with a savvy driving job gets the win with a 503 at only 151 miles per hour.
As George West presents the trophy, it is a special one indeed, the first time in over 2 seasons that anyone has won these titles back-to-back in Pro Nitrous.
Well, you know, it's like anything. If you do something twice, there's got to be a lot of blessings involved.
Well, let's talk about blessings. I want to hear exactly what was going through your mind from the time you passed the Christmas tree to the time you crossed the finish line.
Let's see here.
First was blah, 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 blah. We know that.
Yeah, after my vision got straightened out and everything. I pedaled it. I said, well, where's Jamie? And I seen Jamie fly by, and he stops. And I said, well, I might better match the gas, get out on down the track. So I eased it on through, you know. And which you know, Jamie he's a great guy, great competitor. I've watched him ever since he was a baby. And that's hard to say.
Yeah, the sad thing about Jamie being in the final with you is that we no longer can call you the kid, you know.
Yeah, I'm the oldest teenager, you know.
Here come the fastest door slammers in the world. The champ burns out in the final of Pro Extreme.
The champ's going to take on the man, as he's known in ADRL. Jason Scruggs, his father, Mitchell. They've set both ends of the world record numerous times. They've been to 6 semifinals, Ted, but they've never reached the final. Could this be the night as we look in on our champion? Look at the one. Look at the man that earned the one. He earned that one last year in the Battle for the Belts at Kennedale, Texas, by taking out Jason Scruggs in round number 1. He ran a 389 that night to do it. He's going to need another one tonight, I think.
Both cars pre-stage. They'll bring the RPMs up. Now stage, watch for the green. Good, green light start.
Jason Scruggs is out on the champ, and that's bad news when you're running to the 8th mile. Scruggs gets his first win by running another 389. Amazing.
Well, Stanton, not to be denied, ran a 398. You had an all 3-second final as they celebrate on the starting line.
Great job by the crew.
You haven't waited too long for this, have you?
No, just 2 years, it seems like.
Every ADRL race ever held, I think.
Yeah, it seems like every time it was something keeping me from it, but I'm glad to get it finally under my belt and we can go on now. Everybody quit talking about it.
You know, a lot of people were saying, wow, he finally won one. There were an awful lot of other people that were saying, wow, it finally made 4 laps. That had to be just as important to you.
Right, it really is. We looked up and found the combination today, and it was just our day. And what a better place to do it than Huntsville, because it's kind of my home track. I grew up, this is where I started racing pro mod, so yep. George Howard's track, so we're tickled to death.
Now, the question is, was there ever a pass that you didn't lift?
Well, there was 2 or 3 that I should have lifted, but I was driving off the wall down there and a little bit lucky. It's just my day. Driving over my head's what I was doing, actually.
Nobody's ever put together a string of 4 of those like that. Unbelievable job. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it.
And to learn more about the products featured on today's program, check out these websites. Also, if you want to know more about the ADRL, go to adrl.us. Next week, join us for action from Commerce, Georgia, as we cover the Super Chevy Show in all its blazing glory. This is Ted Jones for Kenny Nowling and Brett Kepner. So long, everyone, from Huntsville, Alabama.